Isang magandang gabi sa ating mga kabayan dito sa Middle East and the rest of Asia, pati na rin dyan sa Europa.
A very good morning naman sa ating mga ka-Web3 sa bilang panig ng mundo, the United States of America.
Muli natin balikan ang ilang mga balitang bumandera nitong nakaraang linggo sa mundo ng Web3.
Mga balitang patuloy na nagbibigay sigla sa mundo ng Web3 at Cryptoverse.
Before anything else, welcome back, Rod.
Welcome
how was
back.
your vacation, man?
Welcome back. Wonderful vacation as always, but we are now welcoming the second half of the year. It is now July, first week of July, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, Adrian will bring you the news.
And with that being said, simulan na natin ang balitaan sa pag-invest ng 1 billion euros of 1.17 billion US dollars in Bitcoin ng Spain-based coffee chain na Vanity Coffee.
Inapurbahan nga kamakailan ng mga shareholders ng Vanity ang investment, pushing them to be vanguards of corporate Bitcoin adoption in the country of Spain.
The firm has so far purchased 54 BTC worth around 5.8 million euros at current prices at plano pa nilang mag-expand ng investment na kasama sa plano nilang maging largest business holder of Bitcoin sa Spain.
Nabibilang na ngayon ang Vanity sa ilang mga companies kagaya ng Strategy and MetaPlanet that are redefining their business to use Bitcoin as its main reserve asset.
Ang nakikita lang na problem ng ilang mga critics ay ang pagiging conservative ng regulatory climate for digital assets ng Spain. Kasama na rin dito ang relatively small size ng Vanity and inexperience sa crypto.
But I think on the plus side, it's good to see that companies like Vanity, kahit maliit pa, is venturing into digital assets and the reserve assets, making them at par with firms adding Bitcoin to their treasuries. So likely, the main thing here is even if you're small, as long as you're starting now, you're going to have a wonderful Bitcoin adoption as you move towards the future of finance. Samantala, habang nasa Spain tayo, binalita naman ng Europol na ongoing investigation sa isang 541 million US dollars crypto fraud kung saan 5 na ang inaresto related to this.
Ang pag-aresto ay ginawa sa pakikipagtulungan ng US, France at Estonia. Ang mga nahuli ay sangkot sa scheme to defraud more than 5,000 investors with roughly 460 million euros.
Yes, investigators suspect the criminal organization of having set up a corporate and banking network based in Hong Kong, allegedly using payment gateways and user accounts in the names of different people and in different exchanges to receive, store, and transfer criminal funds.
That is scary, man. So, you guys be careful. Don't just put your funds everywhere. Just keep it yourself.
Simpler terms, digital money laundering. Crazy.
Samantala, sa kabilang panig naman ng mundo, in Bhutan, ipinakita sa Binance Crypto Power Tour ang mga possibilities ng crypto payments kasama ang mga locals doon.
Nakipagpartner ang Binance Pay sa DK Bank ng Bhutan to allow users with Binance accounts to pay for flights, hotels, visas, at maging street-side snacks gamit ng Bitcoin and other crypto assets.
Dahil sa remote location ng Bhutan, ngayon pala ay nakaka-experience na ang mga locals nito ng technology kagaya ng mga digital assets, ngunit eager naman sila to embrace the digital transformation.
Ang ginawang demonstration ay sa pangunguna ng Dragon King ng Bhutan, who has implemented state-backed projects like hydro-powered Bitcoin mining na nakakuha ng accumulated crypto holdings exceeding 12,000 Bitcoin.
Wow! Ang maganda dito ay naiintroduce na unti-unti ang mga digital assets kahit saan man sa mundo, kahit mga tao sa malalayong lugar kagaya ng Bhutan ay nakikita na ang mga benefits of holding crypto.
Yeah, this will really be another big step for the adoption of digital currencies, which is clearly the future of finance. So, congratulations sa Bhutan.
Congratulations, Bhutan.
Samantala, hati naman ang reaction sa mga guests sa isang hotel sa paggamit ito ng mga robot staff, which gave guests that creepy feeling kapag kausap ang mga ito.
Yes, Rod, you read it right. Mukhang para sa iyo talaga tong news na ito. Anyway, ang insidente ay nakita sa isang viral post on TikTok kung saan natatawa ang isang female guest sa isang hotel sa Japan habang papalayo at mukhang umiiwas sa humanoid robot staff dito. Sakto, galing ka sa Japan, pare. Ano masasabi mo dyan?
Yeah, and so the awkward check-in video has racked up hundreds of thousands of views. Ngunit kasama nito ang deeper fear na robots will replace humans in the workplace. Plus, the fact that they give you that creepy vibe, don't they?
Sinabi pa ng ilang mga gets na ang mga robots should look like robots para hindi daw ma-confuse ang human beings. Ibig sabihin...
No, yeah. So it is worth noting that sa isang report na ilabas last year, 61% of hotel guests had positive reactions to service robots, while 20.5%, including me, expressed fear when approached by a robot server.
Last year yan, paano na this year? Ang bilis pa naman ng update ng technology, lalo sa AI. Mukhang dapat natin pag-usapan niya ng mas malalim. Abangan nyo ang mga darating naming mga shows dito sa Pinoy Web3 TV. Teka lang, meron ka bang nakasamang ganito sa Japan?
There are a whole lot of restaurants there who are now adopting robot servers. Kahit basic pa yung tech nila, pero sila na yung capable of receiving money, getting your order, and bringing you your food.
How do you feel about that?
I'm very scared. I did not enjoy my food in these certain establishments.
Alright. And rounding up our news for this week, isang kaso na naman ng kasalukuyang dinidinig tungkol sa isang crypto billionaire na nawalan ng ngipin as he bit the finger of one of his kidnappers in a struggle na naganap sa Estonia last year.
Isa lang ito sa dumaraming kaso ng crypto kidnappings nitong taon, forcing executives to beef up their security. Ang naganap na kidnapping ay nakaplano na di umano ng ilang buwan bago ito ginawa. Binantayan ng mga kidnappers ang crypto billionaire ng ilang araw at tinandaan kung saan ito palaging pumupunta.
Ang plano daw ay dali ng crypto billionaire sa isang sauna to force him to transfer his crypto holdings sa tulong ng isang hacker.
Dumarami naman ang crypto-related kidnappings this year. Alam niyo ba, in the past year and a half, there have been 231 physical attacks against digital asset holders. Isa pa ito sa mga dapat natin pag-usapan ng mas malalim. Kaya abangan ninyo ang aming mga podcast dito lang sa Pinoy Web3 TV.
At yan ang mga mainit na balita at bumitang happening sa Web3 this week. Ako po si Adrian, and don't forget to subscribe sa aming channel and hit that notification bell for more updated contents mula sa Pinoy Web3 TV.
Ako naman po si Sheprod. Makikita-kita tayo muli next week as we still give you what's hot and what's trending dito lang sa patuloy niyong pinagkakatiwalaan pagdating sa Web3 news and happenings.
Web3 Chronicles! You know what? Welcome back, and I'm very excited, and I'm very happy about Bob because he included AI news right now.
Congratulations. Second half of the year, bring on the AI news. Let's see what you got.